Action. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Good Vibe Tribe. I'm super excited to be hosting this Zoom this morning. This is my first time ever hosting any type of Zoom. I'm normally just a guest speaker, so bear with me as I get comfortable doing so. But we're going to obviously start off our morning with gratitude like we always do. Um, I have been up since 6:20, but I've been being intentional and preparing in case the little monster wakes up. He'll be preoccupied. So I didn't even get to my gratitude this morning. So we're just going to take a couple minutes um, and do that. I'm going to be silent and actually do mine as well, like I said, um, because I am squirrel mode when someone's talking and I'm trying to journal or do anything for that matter. So will literally take like 2-3 minutes. I mean, normally I take longer than that, but one little thing is I've noticed a huge shift happen when I started being more intentional with my journaling. I literally just use a blank journal right now. I don't use, I know some people use like the 5 minute gratitude journal or I think that's what it's called, or like guided journals. I find that kind of limits me as to what I write or what I journal. So, some mornings I'll do like a prayer journal. Some mornings I do my gratitude. Um, some mornings I do all three with my affirmations. It really depends on how much time I have in the morning, because mornings can be kind of hectic. But I'm just gonna do that quickly. And I do want to mention, I don't know if you guys were on my Zoom when I went 40K, but I started doing a manifestation, a 3 times 33 journal manifestation. I did it in the month of March, and you just write the same affirmation 3 days in a row, 33 times. 3 days in a row, 33 times, being intentional with it. And I wrote, I am worthy of 40K, because I didn't believe that I was worthy of 40K. And I hit 40K, we hit 40K. So definitely just being intentional and finding those affirmations that work for you, that really don't just write what other people write, is what I'm getting at, I guess. So I'll shut up for 2 seconds.
So with the 3 for 33, you write the same thing 33 times, right? It's not 33 different things.
Nope, 33, the same
Of
thing,
the
33
same thing.
times. Yep, 3 days in a row. Yep.
I like that. And I like that you didn't just put I'm 40K, you put I am worthy of 40K. I like that a lot. I'm doing that.
Yes, it's definitely something to try. I've started it. I've started when I heard of the 3 times 33, I started it and only ever got to like 2 days. And never did the third. So this time I made sure I did it.
You're like, day 3 is happening.
Yeah, 40K now.
Nailed it. So right, on the third day, do you switch it to something else? Or the fourth day, I guess, technically.
I'll be honest with you, I just did the 3 times 33. Of course, I do my affirmations in the morning. But this was on top of that.
Right.
So, and then I just, I didn't continue on with it because it was 3 times 33. I didn't want to mess it up. But they do have like 5 times 55, which I think my hand would break off if I did that.
Yeah. I like that.
You know what? I'm just going to do my journal later because I feel like I've been talking this whole time. I'm sorry if I've been distracting you guys. But
No. Most of the time we just talk about journaling, how we do it, what we do. And I really like that 333. 333. We're just going to go with that. So I'm going to implement that today. That is awesome.
Good Brittany, do you have a purple shirt on?
Yes.
All right, look at Amanda's hair, look at my purple sweatpants, and look at Angela's purple.
All of my Foster shirts are purple. I'm obsessed with purple. My hair was purple for a hot minute, but it needs to get redone.
I just noticed that. I was like, we're talking about like synchronicity and, manifesting and just the same thing over and over. And I'm like, purple.
Always.
Am I allowed to share something?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Ashley had shared something the other day I'm gonna get somewhere where you can see me a little better, hopefully.
Oh, there you are. I'm like, where is
Um,
she?
but I got this off of Amazon. I don't know if you can see it.
I'm a badass woman. What?
And I get what I manifest.
Ooh.
And it's the, oh, that might work a little better.
What I want. Oh, manifest. It's crossed out. Okay.
But it was literally like $5 on Amazon.
Ooh, I'm gonna
And it's
get
the
that.
555 challenge. So it's the
Okay.
same thing you're doing, but it's 55 times for 5 days.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so it has you start over on day 6 with a new affirmation. But I just started it last night. So I'm going to see if it works for me like it did for you. And I'm going to go 12K this
Ooh,
month. So,
awesome. Yes, you are.
but yeah, so it was super cheap. And they have other ones too. But if somebody needs an actual guided workbook, this is a good one that I found.
Yeah, thank you for
they have a
sharing
purple one for $6. Guess what I'm about to order?
that. There you go, purple.
Okay, so that was up my comfort zone. So I'm gonna go back away.
No, thank you. Thank you for stepping up and sharing that. We can always use extra tips and tools. So thank you. It's Kim, it was called I'm a Badass Woman and I Get What I Manifest. Want is crossed out. So okay. So yeah, we did our journaling, affirmations. Hopefully you're doing affirmations every single morning. It's never like I'm not just like I went 40K, I'm good now. Like I have to continue to work on my self beliefs, work on what I believe about myself, all that type of stuff. I don't know if Angela or Amanda wanted to add anything to that. If not, I'll move on to um Thrive News or Lavelle News.
Yep.
You guys good?
All right, so can you hear me?
Yeah.
I add goals. So I do my affirmations, gratitude, and I add 3 daily goals every day. That really helped me last month stay, focused, especially nearing the end when I was getting closer. As long as I hit those 3 goals, I knew that I was doing what I needed to be doing with my day.
Yeah, there's something about, thank you for sharing that. There's something about writing your goals down. Like Lisa calls it her 6 list. Um, some people do just their list of goals, whatever you want to do, but something about writing something down and accomplishing it and checking it off is just like, I'm an adult. Like I did it. So I like that you shared that too.
So I do the
Speaking
same
of
thing.
that-
I have like a checklist.
Oh, we
And-
know you and your list.
Oh, girlfriend, like spreadsheets. If I can check shit off, it's like, for me. So check. I do.
I put
first
my
thing in the
pants on. Check.
Look at me getting check marks for putting on a bra today. Just kidding.
Hey, that's
Kinda.
big.
Oh, yeah, I forgot one. I was like, wait, do I? I do. Okay, nailed it today. Check that one off. But I do affirmations. Leave the puppy alone. Make my list, and my lists are everything. Personal. I work a job. I've got Thrive. I've got rescue stuff. So my list is a mile long, but I still feel like a boss ass when I cross stuff off that I'm even supposed to do every single day. So I think that having that list, having that being able to go, holla, did that. And that's why I love the bingos so much too, because I know, buddy, are they messing with you? Come here. Okay. So when I get a bingo, I'm like, yes, I nailed it, but I'm also doing stuff for my business. So that's why I'm very bingo, very spreadsheet, very, haha, I did it. So if you're that kind of personality, lists and bingos are where it's at. You better leave the puppy alone.
Yeah, and even if you're not that type of person, I feel like they're just really, they make you feel like rewarded and accomplished, especially if you like, I know we've been talking a little bit on different Zooms about being in a funk. If you're in a funk, making yourself a list of 3 things that you really, really, they're non-negotiables, you want to get done today, that can help build you up and pull you out of that funk too, because you're seeing that, oh wow, I can do something that I say I'm going to do. So I actually want to share. I wrote these like in January, just little, nothing fancy, little note cards. I also did a dream board, but these are like I did a list of non-negotiables that I do every day, and these are like, oh, I guess I'll save that for doing the do to get the get. I'm sorry. Let's do Lavelle news quick. Today is the second, correct? Yeah.
Yep. Credit day.
Credit day. So I understand. I totally understand if you have to use those for yourself, but try and save something. If you have a little bit of extra cash and you don't have to use all of them, try and save them, because those credits came in huge for my team, being able to pass them along to my downline to help them achieve their goals, to help me achieve my goal. And giving someone $5-10 off can really make a big difference. Um, Between them ordering or not. People are grateful for that 5, 10, 15 if you have it off. So try to save them if you can. I have an alarm set now that I have a lot of people. I've gotten a lot of my customers thriving free. I have an alarm set now for the second of the month to follow up with the people that are thriving free, so I can help make sure that they're going to be that the credits are going to be enabled for their auto ship. If they need to edit anything, change the date, whatever. Obviously, you want to do that before every auto ship date with your customers, but I'm starting to do that now because I have a longer list of people thriving free, and I want to make sure that they are getting their credits enabled and all that. So,
But like she was saying, if you need to order something, do it on an auto ship. Don't jump in there today and go, "Oh, I need this." No, set up an auto ship for the 5th.
yeah. Also on Lavelle News, obviously Thrive Palooza's at the end of this month. I'm pretty sure there's still tickets. Yeah. Wow. That's exciting. There's still tickets. So you guys need to get there. If you have not gotten a ticket, get a freaking ticket, figure a way to get there, drive there, skateboard there, ride a scooter if you have to. No, I'm just kidding. But I drove there my first year, and you got to do what you got to do to get close to the flame, to get around that energy, and to really just get that motivation. If you don't have it already, getting to Thrive Palooza is going to change everything for you guys. 15 hours. Wow, Ash. Yeah. We drove, it was about 25 hours from New York. It was freaking insane, but it was totally worth it. And I would do it over and over again if I had to. And obviously, this is the last month for our advancement bonuses. All I can say about that is do not freaking count yourself out now. If you are, I totally get the feeling of being discouraged if you haven't achieved it yet. I totally get it, especially when you see everyone else being announced. I totally get it, and I can totally relate to feeling like you aren't worthy or it's not going to happen for you. But it can happen for you if you put your head down. Sorry guys, I have a terrible mouth. You never know what you're gonna get with me. Hopefully there's no children listening right now. Put your freaking head down. Put your foot on the pedal and do the do to get the get. So that's bringing me into my first topic of doing the do to get the get. You cannot just sit there, and we're talking about affirmations this morning. You cannot just sit there and say, I am 4K. I am 4K. I am 4K 3 times 33 times and do nothing else and think you're going to get to 4K. Okay. You have to do the do to get the get. Yes, manifesting is great. It's a great tool. But you have to do the behind the scenes work, obviously, to get there, as I'm sure most of you know. But some people with manifesting think it's just like, okay, I manifested today. I'm just going to go watch Netflix for 10 hours. Like, no, we cannot be what take Netflix subscription off your freaking TV right now this month if you have trouble watching Netflix or binge watching shows. Do that, because this is the last month to get these advancement bonuses. Yes, the company is always releasing other things, but now is the time, and you guys are all worthy and deserving. If you could take those distractions out of the way, plug in at any moment you can get, stop doing anything else. Literally in March, my boyfriend was like, oh, what new show are we going to start? Because honestly, in January, I watched The Sinner. We we watched all 3 seasons of The Sinner, and that was stupid on my part because I could be further along if I wasn't spending my evenings watching The Sinner. Um, so if you want this, if you're on fire to go, you need to take all those distractions out of the way, put the TV away for the next month at least, and buckle down and really be intentional with your time. I know nighttime, especially if you work full time and you got kids, like nighttime is a nice time to just have quiet and watch that TV. I know, but sacrifices, I'm telling you, sacrifices are going to make the difference if you can make those sacrifices. So, like I started to say, I did a little list of non-negotiables in January, and there's so many little things that you can do that will add up. Um, add up, and they really are. They don't feel like they're IPAs, but they are. Like I'm telling you right now, the momentum that I carried on from doing all of the tasks. I mean, I was basically already doing the tasks, but for Kaylee's retreat, all of her tasks that gave us points that had nothing to do with enrolling people, just like the daily do. Um, you know, you have to do them. I know they seem like minuscule and they don't seem very important. Or oh, it's okay if I don't do this one. Like, no, they really made a huge difference. And I believe that doing those actions that she had listed for points really carried me through, uh, excuse me, and helped me get to 40K. Um, so my non-negotiables are I wish people a happy birthday every day. I don't just say happy birthday on their wall or HBD. Like I make funny videos on Snapchat with like the big mouth. I'll get Cassius involved, my little 4-year-old, and we'll sing happy birthday with the big mouth, and it makes people laugh. And I send it to them personally. Some days I will do belated, like I'll get a day behind, so they're getting the message the day after their birthday because that will pop out and stick out and make them remember you as well. But doing, even if you don't feel comfortable, record the freaking Snapchat with the funny face, sing happy birthday, and send it to people, because you never know if you're going to be the only person that sends them a special birthday message that day. Some people, like, I send these messages and they're like, thank you so much for taking the time to just, thinking of me and sending me a happy birthday. Like some people, like, you're like the only person that wished me a happy birthday, and you're not even my friend. Like you can make a difference and stick out to people that way, and it's a simple thing. So um also adding quality friends to my Facebook, to my network, is another huge non-negotiable. That's huge. It's huge no matter what, because you always want to have new people you're building relationships with, because yes, we may have 10 people on a list saying, oh, I'm going to buy on Friday when I get paid. Oh, I'm going to buy on Friday when I get paid. But guess what? 9 out of 10 of those people don't buy on Friday when they get paid. So you need to keep continuously bringing new people in, being human, being their friend, building that relationship, not just adding people that you have nothing in common with, but adding those 5 to 10 quality I say, for me personally, like every 2 days, I try to do 5 to 10. And then you got to try and weed through them too, because after a couple days, you may see like, oh, this isn't a quality friend, or oh, they're super negative. Like, you don't want to have that on your news feed. So adding to your network is huge. My journaling is on my non-negotiable stories. A lot of people don't even scroll on Facebook anymore. Stories are huge, and that's why we're going to talk about them today. Angela is a freaking powerhouse with her stories, and that's why I brought her on. I don't even know how she does what she does. Like, so I'm super excited to hear how she makes her stories. And then posting a minimum of 3 times a day. If you're posting a one time every 2 days, um, that's not even one time a day, unless it's a super good quality post. And depending on your audience, but I'm telling you, 3 times a day minimum should be your minimum. and not with sharing other people's shit, sharing funny memes. You need to be making your own um quality content that's serving a purpose to people, giving value, sharing your strength, your experience, your hope, whether it's with Thrive or not. But I love how Brittany always says she just sprinkles Thrive in. The whole post doesn't have to be about Thrive. You could just throw Thrive in there. That's the best way to do it, because you don't want the new people you're adding to come to your page and just be like, oh my God, this is a Thrive person. Like, I'm scared. I'm gonna delete them. Like, if you sprinkle it, it's easier on the eyes. You know what I mean? And it makes people feel more comfortable keeping you in their network of friends. And then sharing Lavelle stories. I'm calling myself out right now because that's the last thing on my non-negotiables, and I haven't been doing it as much as I was. I was honestly either sharing a story in my stories every day or at the end of the night on my page for almost a whole 3 months, I want to say. I maybe missed a couple of nights here and there, but I'm calling myself out right now because I have not been even doing it twice a week. So I'm getting back on doing that because I really think stories, people want to see other people's experiences. And I've had the best of luck with posting them late at night when people are tired and scrolling on Facebook and they have the time to read a longer story. Save those if it's a personal post or stories, save them for nighttime, because when people are at work, getting the kids ready for school, doing virtual school at home, they don't have time to read. The Lavelle fan stories are a bit longer. So I suggest trying to save them for later at night when people are laying in bed and not doing anything else. They'll take the time to, excuse me, read the story. Um, so those are my non-negotiables. Angela, I don't know if you have anything you want to add to that, or Amanda. I don't know where she went. She's not on my front screen.
I
Oh,
mean, you
she's
were
good.
talking about how you were sharing your stories. I share them too every day. I found that, yes, they do get lengthy. So what I do is I chop them. I'll still put them in the story, but I will highlight an area. Like, I will go into Snapchat, crop out an area, make a sticker out of it. I'm all about the stories and cropping things. And I just
I didn't even
highlight
know that's how you did it. So
the major parts
okay.
of it so that you see it. Like,
Yeah.
you're getting the gist of it. That the story's there. If you follow me on my page, you're going to get the whole thing. So that's just how I kind of try to incorporate the stories, the Lavelle fan page stories into mine.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Angela, Amanda, did you want to add anything to doing the do to get the non-negotiables? Where are you?
It's kind of the daily and the doing the do to get the get. I try to do personal development every day because every day isn't always going to be perfect. But if you started out with personal development and you decide to put into yourself, you can put into others more. That's it.
Yes. Yes, for sure. Thank you. Um, okay. What was our oh, being vulnerable. I forgot what I put down. We'll save we'll save stories for last for Angela to give you guys that fire, because I have a little bit, but she's like really good at, she should be a graphic designer, honestly. She's that good at just meshing things together and making them look awesome. Um, but I wanted to talk about being vulnerable. I feel like I talk about it a lot, but it's been a while since I've like done a Zoom or spoke on a Zoom, aside from like getting the bonus. Being vulnerable is huge because it's going to draw people to you and help them see that you're human. I feel like a lot of people in network marketing have, not a lot of people, but some people have a hard time with, they sign up to be a promoter, they hit that button, and then all of a sudden it's just Thrive. And that's going to turn people away. Like I was saying before, it's going to turn people away majorly because there's, even if you're not doing it necessarily wrong, like cold messaging, like some companies teach, even if you're not doing those things, mass adding and cold messaging every single person that accepts your friend request, which I hope none of you are doing. Um, even if you're not doing that and you're constantly just all thrive and don't have any other parts of you, it's going to turn people away. They're not going to feel connected to you. They're not going to feel like you're even a human being. And I feel that's a big important part, is showing people that you're human, showing people that you have struggles, that you've screwed up in life, that you know, yes, we're thrivers, but yes, we're still human. Like, yes, I still yell at Cassius. Yes, I still have bad days. Yes, I still bawl my eyes out sometimes. You know what
No,
I mean?
drop it.
Just because
No.
we're thrivers, that doesn't mean that we have to be constantly happy. You know, like, we're still human, and we have to paint that picture that yes, we're still real. Thrive doesn't take all our problems away, right? We still have a lot of life going on. So using your life, using your struggles and turning them into strength. Holy hell, the sun is coming through my window right now. It's like blinding me. Using those struggles and turning them into strengths and being real with people. Don't be afraid to share that stuff, because I'm telling you right now, once that shift happened last January, when I shared my story at the Syracuse training, when Amanda pushed me to share my story, Kaylee asked me to. Amanda said, I'm here. Amanda said, yesterday you shared, speak the truth, even if your voice shakes. I literally shared a quote the day before the Syracuse training, and she was standing right next to me, and Kaylee was like, I forgot to say that I wanted you to speak today. And I was like, oh no, I don't know if I can. And Amanda said, share your truth, even if your voice shakes. I'm holding you accountable to that. So you have to do it. Um, do it as you feel comfortable. Obviously, I'm not saying you have to go put your whole life story out on to Facebook, but use those strengths little by little, and use them, you know, to help other people, whether you go live about it. Going live is like your top thing you can do. Obviously, if you go live, you're going to connect with more people than obviously making a post about it. But I feel like my post about sharing my struggles can become super lengthy, so it's better for me to put it into a, you know, do it as a live, because no one's, honestly, I can't sit there and read a super long post. Like, I just, my mind goes squirrel mode, and I miss the point of the post. So if if you have strengths or struggles that you want to share, I suggest doing it in a live. I know it's going to be hard. Send me a message if you're going to do it. I'll get on and I'll cheer you on. I'll be there to support you. Like, you're not alone. And I want to really, really inspire you guys to be more human, be vulnerable, and share those struggles, because, like I said, people want to see that you're human. People want to see that, oh, this isn't just a highlight reel of, oh my God, she got a $40,000 bonus. Oh my God, she's, you know, she has her card paid for. Oh my God, she got paid this on Tuesday. Like, you know, the good. We have to show, you know, not air our dirty laundry, but we want to show the down and dirty stuff too, I guess. I don't know. Do you guys have anything you want to add to being vulnerable?
That you're human. You want to show that you're human, just like the rest of the world.
Can you hear me? So I mean,
Yes.
for me, you know, going live the last 2 weeks and showing all of the things that I felt insecure about, and seeing that nobody else paid attention to these things but me, that was a huge game changer for me. I've literally been live every day, sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times. It's like I can't shut up now. So I mean, that is what makes you you. It really is. And that's how I've connected the absolute most. I've had people follow me now for 2 years that never reached out to me until I started to open up and expose those pieces. I talk about it all the time, but like you said, it gets kind of lengthy to type it all out. People don't read the whole thing. They just look at the photo, like it, continue on. So, I mean, the lives and showing your personality and who you are. And if they don't like it, they're not your people, right?
Right, exactly. That helps you weed through them. Amanda, come on. I know you have some a little bit more on being vulnerable.
I actually did my homework. Look at this. Aren't you impressed? So I have a really hard time going live now. My struggles personally are with my mental health, with depression and anxiety. So one week I will be on fire. I want to be on lives. I want to be in the spotlight. The next week, it makes me cringe. So I did do my little homework. So I do want to just read the definition of vulnerability. It states the quality or state of being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally. Now, for me, when my mental health journey started, or my mental health problems, my anxiety and depression started, I was embarrassed because I couldn't explain it. And never having issues until 9 years ago with anxiety and depression, I never knew how to deal with it. And back even 9 years ago, you didn't talk about your mental health or having issues with your mental health because there's a stigma. Still to this day, there's such a stigma about mental health, so much so that people don't get help for it. And then you see the results that you do of people, whether it be taking their life or just withdrawing from life. And the whole reason, as much as it's hard to share my mental health journey and to admit that I have anxiety, I have depression, the reason I do it is because I don't ever want somebody to feel like they're alone or that there's not a light at the end of that dark place. If you have never experienced depression, you don't have to have a situation to have depression, which was the hardest thing for me to understand. Not everybody has depression due to a specific situation. Not everybody has anxiety during certain situations. So to not have a reason for it was my biggest struggle. I also wrote down something that really stuck out to me about vulnerability. It says, vulnerability is the birthplace of love, belonging, joy, courage, empathy, accountability, and authenticity, which that truly describes a thriver. This is seriously what this company wants us to do for people. They want us to love them. They want us to make sure they know they belong. They want us to bring joy, courage, empathy, accountability for ourselves and our business, and authenticity most of all. So that really hit me. And the reason that being vulnerable is so important is because when you do so, it allows us to share our own struggles, our own hurts. And in turn, it does give us compassion for others just by sharing. I do feel really strongly about being a mental health advocate, and I will shout it from the rooftops no matter how uncomfortable I am on live videos or in front of people or whatever it may be, because you never know if somebody's struggling and they feel like they're alone, surrounded by people, until you become vulnerable and let them know that it happens and you shouldn't feel less about yourself. There's people out there going through the same exact thing as you, and you may not know because you only show the snapshot of your life on Facebook. You don't put it out there. Generally, you want everybody to think that everything's great, so you only post the good. You only post the positive. You don't post, I'm so depressed today, I haven't gotten out of bed. It happens. So I truly believe that in this business, when I let myself be vulnerable, I open up my light to people who really truly need it. And that's why I do this. So whether your story is like mine with mental health or Ari's with her past, I think all in all, the world right now, how it is, we need to be vulnerable with each other, because if you didn't have struggles with mental health after this year-long pandemic, you need to lean in. You need to have people that you can lean on that aren't going to judge you for your past, but help you get to your future. And that's it.
Sorry, I was muted. Thank you so much for sharing that, Amanda. I truly think it's important to um, get comfortable, whether you're not comfortable, and you're going to have your days where you are not comfortable sharing certain things, but getting comfortable doing them to let people know that they're not alone. That is the key, because that's how we connect with other people. People can't connect with sunshine and rainbows all the time, and we may feel like sunshine and rainbows a lot of the time, but we also got to share our bad days too, to let people know that they aren't alone, and there is hope. Because if you share a bad day but then you share good as well, it gives people hope to know, it's not always going to be a bad day, and they can take control and move on to those better days. So I feel really bad because I see people commenting and I haven't really read any of them. Um, but and see, I already went scroll mode thinking about reading this freaking comment. I don't want to miss anyone's important questions or anything. So I don't know, Brittany, if you can help me, if there's any. No,
They're just
okay.
saying that they feel the same way, that they can relate, that
Okay,
trying to
cool.
keep a pit bull and a chihuahua separated is fun.
You're like, no, I can't help. Chihuahua pit bull. See? Yeah, but I mean, Amanda, look at, if you go and read those comments, then you know you're helping people by just speaking on here, and look how many people there's. Probably 98% of people are struggling with some sort of mental health. So
I mean, let's be
why be
honest, 100% of the world is right now. We're in a
yeah.
pandemic. We are in a quarantine. We have been in a lockdown for over a year, right? What month are we in?
Right.
April. Stop trying to eat the chihuahua. It's
So why not?
everybody, oh, Lord help me. It's everybody has a little piece of that right now, especially with the world we're living in. So sharing your truth, sharing that vulnerability. See, words don't come out of Brittany's mouth ever. Vulnerability is what people want to read. They don't want to read, hey, I'm happy every single day. You're not. And don't bullshit like you are. You're not. Yes, we have amazing days. Yes, the energy is beautiful. Yes, the being able to sleep at night is magical so that you can do your life the next day. But it's not all freaking sunshines and rainbows. It's not. Nobody is having all sunshines and rainbows. I don't care what you say. Everybody has a poo-poo day every once in a while. So share that truth. And like she was saying, you sprinkle in the thrive. It's so like when we say that, it's not, I'm trying to think of a way to say it. Like for me, I take rest at night so that I can sleep and get up and deal with this Chihuahua versus pit bull. So I take a picture with my rest backwards so you can't see what the label is, and I say, thank God for sleep gel. You don't need to know what it is. You don't need to know that it's Thrive. I mean, you do, but you can ask me what it is.
Right. Creating
So
that curiosity.
It's stuff like that. It's not thank God for my Thrive rest. It's thank God for my sleep gel, because these two have been, the Chihuahua's going to eat the pit bull, not the other way around. Feisty little turd.
Big mean Chihuahua. But yeah, so thank you for adding that in. And before we move on to stories, I just wanted to my other little note card here that I wrote in January. Writing goals down. If you don't have a dream board, and writing goals down or write your goals down, it's freaking huge, because I'll tell you right now, last year in 2020, I had only hit 12K one time before. Okay, in 2019, I hit it for 1 month and I lost it. In 2020, I hit it in May, and I maintained it for June, July, August, September, October, about 5 months. I lost it November, December. Um, yeah, November. Either way, I lost it. I've had it. I've lost it. I've had it. I've lost it. I wrote down on my card, I am 40K. And in order to get to 40K, guess what? You have to help other people meet their goals. So I wrote down two 12K leaders, which by the end of April, Amanda Mergenthaler is going to be my second 12K leader. I got my one 12K leader, and then three 4K leaders, Angela, Kaylee, Corey, all hit 4K in March. I didn't have Amanda was the only one who's ever hit 4K before. And so it was basically just, I wasn't super successful, but I was maintaining here and there and happy with what I was doing. But once I got real and intentional about what I wanted, like the sky is the limit. And writing that down, and I have it pinned right in front of me on my desk and looking at it every single day. And okay, what do I have to do today to help get these two 12K leaders? What do I have to do today to get these three 4K leaders? It keeps it in the forefront of your brain. So if you don't have your goals written down, like I literally have, I am 40K, which I need to go change it to I am 80K now on my mirrors with my marker on my refrigerator. I have it written down everywhere. So no matter where I go in my house, I see that goal. And I'm always constantly thinking about it. And I just wanted to mention that writing that down, writing your goals down, and the smaller goals below it that are going to help you get to yours. It's not just about you, it's about helping the other people with their goals and what they want to achieve too. So do that if you haven't yet. And then we're going to move on to
Can I say
stories.
something
Sorry.
really quick about that?
Yeah.
So when you're writing down your goals, at the top of my list, it's things that scare the ever living shit out of me first. So when I'm going down my list, I want my top thing to be going live. I don't know why. I can do these all day long, but going live on my page scares the ever leaving bejesus out of me. I don't know why, but it does. So, hi, Brittany gets scared on lives too. Just do them. Do them scared, like everybody says. So, write your most terrifying thing on the top of your list so that when you're feeling ballsy first thing in the morning, you can knock it out and be done with it. Reaching out to my chicken list. Yep, that's on the top of my list. Scares the chicken list. It's the reason it's called that. So the things that scare you or the things that you really don't want to do need to be at the top of your list so you knock them out first so that you can get those easy things done last.
And just real quick, Ari,
Yeah, go ahead.
it's super important too to have a leader like you who you wanted 40K. You knew you were 40K, but you didn't focus on that. You focused on these people on your team. You wanted to get them to 4K. You kept the positivity. I re-ranked 4K for the first time last month since May of the previous year when I did it for the first time. And it was obviously work that I had done, but it also was the fact that you poured into us all month long. You didn't start on the 25th and start pouring into us. You started on the 1st of March and poured into us and reached out and said, what can I do for you? What can I help you with? How can we make this happen for you? And your mindset changing helped to change all of our mindsets. So get you a leader like Ari.
Yeah, well, thank you for saying that. But I've known for quite a few months that I needed to up my leadership skills. I had a conversation with Angela, and I apologized to her because we had some radio silence between us for a little bit. I thought that, reaching out in my team chat was just the end all be all. And then I realized, you know what, maybe some people need to be reached out to personally. And we need to have a personal one-on-one conversation. And the reason I was just in my team chat was because I felt overwhelmed and I didn't know how to reach everyone. And this being in this business and being a leader is a ever changing journey. You're always gonna keep learning new things and new ways to reach and connect with your people, and that's a big thing. You can't think you know it all and expect to have a thriving team. You need to try different things and see what works with different people, because everyone's different and you never know what's going to work best, what method's going to work best with different people. So
I don't
um
remember who said it, Ari, but somebody in one of the Zooms said you have to meet your people where they are. And that just stuck with me because I'm different than Angela. Angela is different than Bran's different than Ashley. Like Kaylee and everybody else and Corey on our team. I don't think we could be more different, but we come together with certain likenesses. And what I need from you is going to be far different than what Angela needs from you. So I appreciate the group chat, but I also appreciate that we individually work with each other so well because we learn by example from you reaching out. And when we had a question saying, hey, you know what, I think Angela could help you more with this, and not being afraid to say, I'm not sure, but ask this person, or we can ask this person. So I think that makes a huge difference as well.
yes. So thank you. So yeah, we'll take the last little bit and move on to some tips on stories from Angela. So I don't know, I didn't think about this. Did you need, I don't know if she can share her screen or if you wanted to share your screen, if that's even a possibility, Brittany, for her, because she's not the host. I don't think she can. But if you just want to take it away, Angela, did
Yeah.
you need to share your screen?
I can't. All right. So you know I tiny live. So I literally have one person on the computer, one on the tablet. I'm on a phone. So I can't show you my phone, but I've thought about this all night and I know how to
Okay.
put it down. Um
Okay, you do it
mostly,
then.
all right. So I look at the story as like the gateway to you, right? Because I know me scrolling, even looking for potentials in those quality friends, the first thing you see is their profile picture, whatever you're allowed, but stories. All right. I get crazy hits on stories. I have almost more than half of my friends list viewing them every single day. All right. So I like to make them catchy. I see you guys do yours and I love like the cleanliness of them. They are very informative and you guys rock at that. But for me, I'm an ADHD person. I don't have time to sit there and read pages or these little things that are flashing at me. I like to do catchphrases. So if I'm doing anything in my story, information wise, it's very brief because I also want you to come to me and ask me about the stuff in my story rather than just lay it all out there for you and overwhelm you. So I get creative with it, right? I enjoy this because I'm a scrapbooker, I'm a crafter. I use 3 apps. I use Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. All right. And then everything else, like my backgrounds, I pull from images on a Google search. You know, you want an orange background, Google orange backgrounds, download it. You know, you'll get a whole bunch of cool, fun, different designs, aesthetic ones that you want. And then I take it over. So now pictures. If I want to collage something, Instagram's the way to go. They have those automatic collages. So usually what I do is I'll take my photos, go to collage. Even if you're not going to use that collage, make it, because when you take it over to Snapchat, you can cut around and you have a perfect border. You know, I don't know if you have any of you guys have worked with Snapchat and stickers. I discovered it probably last summer and it's been my best friend ever since. So when you go into Snapchat, there's a little scissor thing in your corner. I had no idea what that was forever. All right. I am not a like app person before Thrive. Like I'm very basic minimalist person. Go to that scissor. All right. You all have your favorite pictures, even pictures that you took of nature, your plants. You're going to click on that little scissor and it's going to look like you're not doing anything. But as soon as you touch your screen, you're going to trace around your picture. And now you've created your own sticker. I've done this for stickers of you. Ari, I sent you a couple. I do it for me. I make all my own stickers. I never use the ones from Snapchat, everybody else's. And I'm telling you, I get tons of feedback from this. I always start with something personal in my story too, because again, this is the gateway. And I know when I see people like, hey, I'm from Color Street, I'm from this, I automatically kind of, you're not my people, right? But that's what they do. That's not, and Thrive is what we do. It's not who we are. So I always lead with a personal. If you're gonna creep on me, I want you to see me first. Then I lead into like my 3 steps. I might throw in like catching words, mommy relief, and then I go into a poll, and I always add in between those, like in between the personal, in between the poll, there's always going to be something like a quote, something inspirational. You want to break it up because again, I feel like when you pour too much information into your story, you're automatically turning away people that could really connect with you. And then, weekends, I usually try to make them less Thrive, and I sprinkle in the more me side. Or I'm sharing things from like our business or our chats that we've had and making that more personal. So again, I use Snapchat for the stickers. 100%. If you guys aren't using it, you're totally missing out, because that's the way to get creative. Think of it like scrapbooking. Even like the borders and take your background, copy your background, go to the Snapchat, use the scissors, do your background. Now you have a perfect square. You can make and create your own scrapbooks of stories. And I love that idea too, because a scrapbook is a reflection of you and your life, and everybody's different. So you're going to get a nice spread of different. So I think that, again, just it's the gateway. You want to really take your time with them, and I'm totally open for anybody that wants to sit and actually video chat with me so I can show you better. Again, it's hard for me because right now, like, I'm tiny living. I've got every other way of communicating filled up right now other than my phone. But if anybody wants to reach out to me personally and video chat so we can do this, or I can show you better, I'm always available. I'm all in.
Thank you so much, Angela. That was awesome. I can't wait to put that. I literally only use Snapchat for, like I said, for my birthday messages. I rarely ever use it, and I need to use it more because I think they probably do have better stickers and editing tools than Instagram. I usually use Instagram or like Story Maker for my stories. Story Maker, and I forget the name of the other one. Crap, I have to look.
Well, it's easy too, because they all share with each other. You can share everything, like Snapchat to Facebook, Facebook to Instagram. So I mean, once you've got your final home, then it's just you hit that button and you're sharing it to everything. And that was huge for me too, because I wasn't utilizing all 3 forms, all 3 platforms. I was just utilizing Facebook, dabbling in Instagram, and just creating on Snapchat. But utilizing all 3 of them too is another turning point for me. Even if it's just that one person that follows me on Snapchat that doesn't follow me, everywhere else. So, I mean, you really have to hit all of them, but I always tell everybody, utilize Snapchat. When I figured out how to make these stickers, my story game changed. All right. And like I said, I am totally willing to video chat at a time where I can pull up my other phone and really like show you the buttons, and how to go through it whenever. I'm all about this now. I'm all in. So whoever wants to reach out, I'm here.
Awesome. Thank you, Angela. I'm not sure who Jessica Rakes is, but Angela is Angela Toady on Facebook. Um, so it's not what her name says here, just so you guys know. So
Yeah,
definitely send her a message
yeah.
because I don't
The
know.
name here is the gift from my ex-husband. So
The gift.
scratch that. Yeah.
So I only happened to see the one comment, but if anyone else commented for her to message you, search her on Facebook and get with her that way, because I don't know if she saw all the comments and I don't want you guys to get missed. But okay, I don't I was gonna say unfold. You got to find what works for you. So I'm definitely open to all the ideas, and I'm super excited about Angela's ideas. I'm going to try hers too. But you know, if Unfold Story Maker doesn't work for you and it's easier for you to do the copy and pasting and you like to be more creative and make your own stickers and all that type of stuff, try out what Angela told you. Like, it doesn't hurt to try something and see if it works for you, if it works for your audience. It's all about, like I said, we've never finally arrived to the destination. We never know everything, and it never hurts to try other people's ideas. We're always learning, we're always evolving and growing. So like I said, try it out, see if it works for you. Amanda, did you have anything to add?
Um, I need to get better on my stories, but I always try to do my 5 things. I have 5 to 6 things depending on what day of the week it is. But when you think, I asked a lot of people who were close to me when I was trying to figure out my 5 things, because of course I got a list of 15 and that described every single part of me. So I asked people I know, when you think of me, what do you think of? And a lot of it was cupcakes, dogs, inspiration, and mental health advocate. Those are a few of the ones for me. So I always try to make sure that my stories aren't just to put out there. I know a lot of people duplicate other people's stories, which is really great, because you know what, if you see something and you feel it and you connect with it, use it. For me, like, I'm not a pretty story maker. I'm totally gonna do the scrapbook thing Angela said though, because I love to scrapbook. So I'm gonna try it too. But just like when I scrapbook, I'm not the buy everything from the store and make it perfect. I make it me. So I try to do the same thing in my stories. So
Yes, thank you. And that just reminded me, one other thing I wanted to say about stories. You know, I follow a lot of leaders that inspire me. And I know a lot of people do the same as well. And we see their posts and we're like, wow, that's really good. And people are tempted to completely take a post and copy and paste it. We don't want to be doing that. A good thing that a good tip I feel to share is, if you're really inspired by someone's post and it can, it relates to you, still change it up, but you could take it and make it into a story, break it down into smaller, obviously if it's a post,